Today I fly with Oman Air to Baghdad. Join me on this trip when I put Oman Air's Boeing 737 MAX regional business class to a test. Let's fly to Iraq. Good morning from Muscat, from where I will start my journey today by taking a taxi to the airport. Welcome to Muscat, the capital of Oman, and this beautiful Muscat International Airport. Now let's head inside, as I have a very exciting flight coming up. That's pretty nice. Muscat International Airport has an own dedicated first and business class check-in area, even an own entrance, as you saw before. An Oman Air Boeing 787. I have flown on that one before as well. A flight review about Oman Air's flagship is coming soon. So welcome to the dedicated Oman Air first and business class check-in. For some reason I was the only passenger in this check-in area, and it was eerie quiet in here. I could have heard a pin drop. I am airside now, and I must say Oman Air knows how to create a premium experience. So there was the dedicated business and first class check-in, a dedicated business and first class immigration desk, and of course also security check was its own couple of lanes. And now I am on my way to the business class lounge. So let's have a look at the Oman Air Lounge. I hope it's going to be nice. Otherwise, there is a priority pass lounge in case you have access. Prime class, I think. And it's a really nice lounge. I had the chance to try it out a few days ago, and I can highly recommend the priority pass lounge as well here at Muscat Airport. Now let's check out the Oman Air Lounge. I did a little tour of the lounge, of the very golden lounge, so you get a first impression. If you plan a business class flight with Oman Air out of Muscat, then you know what you can expect. Wow, that is one impressive lounge. And huge. As you probably guessed, I'm gonna fly in business class, so we will find out what Oman Air is like in business class on a narrowbody aircraft. My flight seems to be on time, and soon I will have to leave for the gate. The lounge dining area seems to offer a la carte dining, however, I think it only was an information about the buffet content. Now let's go to the departure gate, as I want to take a picture of our aircraft before boarding. But oh, hold on a second. Looking much better. Time to head to the gate. Muscat Airport has such a shiny terminal. I quite like it here. And there's also this mezzanine platform offering a view onto the tarmac. Alpha 6 is my gate today, and I see this flight continues from Baghdad onwards to Copenhagen. That's a pretty long journey on a Boeing 737. And here is my ride to Baghdad today. This Boeing 737 MAX 8, I believe it is, of Oman Air. It's time to board the aircraft that will bring me to Iraq today.
A very warm welcome to guests traveling on Oman Air. Guests traveling with infants, children, or those requiring extra time or assistance.
Honestly, priority boarding is only fun if I'm allowed to go to my seat straight away. Instead, we were asked to wait in the jet bridge for quite a while. Luckily, it's air conditioned, but still, I'd rather wait a few more minutes longer on a seat in the gate area than in this narrow jet bridge. Eventually, we were let into the aircraft, and after a friendly welcome, I got a first impression of our narrowbody business class. A true business class. Unlike the would like to be 3-3 business class you find quite often in Europe. Welcome aboard the Oman Air Boeing 737 MAX 8 on my flight from Muscat to Baghdad. And I'm happy to see that Oman Air has a 737 with a true business class in a 2-2 configuration. This is the generous legroom you can expect when flying Oman Air's 737 business class. On my seat I found a pretty large pillow for additional comfort. This pouch here most likely contains the headphones. I will have a look at it once we are airborne. I have just received this menu, and I think I will go for the stuffed chicken breast. And here you have an overview of the other menu items for this flight. I don't want to go through the menu line by line, so I suggest you pause the video if you like to see the details.
Under the center armrest in business class.
In front of me I have this AFE screen, which is about hand size. Some water has been provided, and on there I find some documents and a souvenir from the previous flight, I guess. Oh, and I almost forgot. We have the safety card. And below my left armrest I have this compartment where I can store, for example, the headphones. And there's some power outlet as well. And in case you want a little bit more privacy, I have this thing here. It doesn't do much, but it blocks the view to the neighbor. I have received a welcome drink and I had a choice between orange juice and lemonade. I went for the lemonade. Cheers. I believe these are hooks for potential clothes hanger. We are on our way to Baghdad. And before I forget, overhead we find individual air fans and reading lights. And here we have our route for today. Flight time almost 3 hours. Bye-bye Oman. I had an interesting trip, including a domestic flight with Salam Air. If you like to see a review of this Omani low-cost carrier, consider subscribing to my channel. Our estimated route today will take us over the UAE and along the Persian Gulf and the Iranian coast, and then over Kuwait into Iraq. That was a beautiful departure. And luckily the headrest can be adjusted in the height, a little bit at least. On my left armrest I find these seat controls, and inside here this looks like the IFE control. Probably I can take it out. And while we are still climbing out of Muscat, shall we have a look at the IFE system? We have movies, TV, music, games and radio. And there's also a kids section, the Holy Quran, the flight map, and more about Oman and Oman Air. We can have a look at the movie section. Also it depends a bit what genre you choose. We can have a look at all-time favorites, for example. Yeah, so it looks like it's quite a selection. I don't want to go too much into the detail, otherwise it will take a bit long to go through everything that is available on the IFE, but it certainly is quite an extensive selection. But my favorite still is the moving map. It should be here. I don't think I will get bored on this flight. And from what I have seen, the economy class seats are also equipped with a personal screen. How about we quickly check out the bathroom? This forward bathroom aboard the Boeing 737 is pretty small. I cannot even stand up straight. Otherwise it's pretty well equipped with a selection of face mist sprays and creams and some cups. The sink is quite small, I find, and despite the tiny bathroom there is still enough space for a baby changing table, which can be positioned over the throne. That's pretty much it. Now let's check out the headphones. They are very light. I wonder if they are even noise cancelling. think they are, but not very successfully. Let's put it that way. We have reached the always pretty distinguishing coastline of Dubai. Unfortunately, it's quite hazy today, so the view isn't the best. Lunch service has started and I'm about to experience the Oman Air Business Class catering. The table is ready and lunch is on its way. And here it is, my lunch for today. I got a salad as an appetizer, then the main dish is a chicken breast with rice and broccoli, I think. Diet Pepsi, and this is my dessert, this cake. And some bread I got as well. It's all on one plate, but it looks good and it smells good. To conclude lunch, I was offered an Arabian mint tea with a cookie. Lunch was quite tasty, only the salad was a bit boring, it lacked a bit of sauce, otherwise I quite liked it, especially the dessert. With lunch out of the way, it's time to get as comfortable as possible for the remainder of the flight. By the way, this business class doesn't offer a full flat bed, but a seat-back recline. And now let's check out the sleeping position of this seat. That's the third as the seat goes. So it's definitely not a lie-flat seat. And there's also this leg rest here. We have reached Iraqi airspace and we have about 40 minutes to go before we land in Baghdad. We have started our descent towards Baghdad. We're landing like in 10-15 minutes, I guess. Maybe it's a good moment to summarize my experience on board with Oman Air on this 737 MAX aircraft. So the aircraft itself, it feels new, it's modern, I like the business class seats, they're comfortable, and also the in-flight entertainment is quite good, I would say. The catering was very nice, I mean it was all on one tray, so it depends, some people are happy with that, and I personally prefer the course-by-course serving, but on this 3-hour flight I think it's totally fine, and it was tasty. And also afterwards having this tea was also quite a pleasant add-on. The cabin crew is super friendly, they're not like overly chatty or engaging, but they're very friendly and smiling, and whenever somebody presses the call button it takes seconds and they're here. But now I have to put the seat back in the upright position, all window blinds are open and we are approaching Baghdad International Airport, and I'm excited to arrive there. Overall, I could recommend Oman Air, at least in business class. I have not tried economy class, but in business class, if you find a good fare, I totally would recommend it and I would also book them again. A sharp right turn and we are minutes away from touching down at Baghdad International Airport. I get a first glance of what Baghdad looks like, or at least what it looks like in the vicinity of the airport. Welcome to Baghdad. Baghdad is home of Iraq's national carrier Iraqi Airways, an airline I very much would like to try out at some point. I have seen very mixed reviews about them, but I would like to get my own impression. Would you want me to make a video about Iraqi Airways as well? You actually can help me with that by subscribing to my channel and leaving a thumbs up, as this would help my channel grow and maybe attract advertisers that would help me finance such a flight review. Pretty interesting aircraft I can see out there, and also the main terminal of Baghdad International Airport I have seen many times in global news many years ago. Now I see it in real life. This is so cool. The good thing about making these videos is I get to go to places I never thought I would visit. I love my hobby. That was it, my ride to Baghdad. Thank you for watching. Till next time, and bye for now.